which they say is an iron core, but that's the central sun, and it's not a solidified body. It's more plasmic in nature.
Right.
Right? They call it the black sun in the Masonic lodges.
Mhm.
Okay, so once those source codes went through the mitochondrial and went through the earth, has a mitochondrial counterpart in the soil.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these is accumulating information as those source codes reach the core. Now, the data is then transferred through Schumann resonance, right? Which sends a frequency wave out from the earth. These frequency waves, the closest planetary bodies with massive responses is the lunar orb and the solar orb. When the codes from the source after it's been through the earth go to the solar rays begin to program what we call ultraviolet radiation.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when you see it's calculating the math on what needs to be done to alter the genetic code of the existing species, and what's the upgrades to come based on the accumulated data that's accumulated DNA fed it. So the sun sends out the solar rays and ultraviolet radiation. Now, there's only two things known to alter DNA that naturally. One is the UV rays of the sun. The other one is gradual change through the upgrade of the program by the experience of the people who's trading DNA. Right? They call that evolution. Right? But all it is scientifically, it's more of upgrades than evolution. Okay, so the Earth responding by sending back massive energy spikes on the Schumann resonance field. And then the sun is responding back to the earth by showering the earth with these magnetic storms, geomagnetic storms, right? And these storms is bringing in the information to correct the errors in the DNA on the orders of the source code. Right? So now the UV rays is aligning the DNA for what we call in the spirit community, they call it the Great Awakening. Right? Where the veil of ignorance, the slumber of sleep being lifted off the psyche of the people, they begin to go back to operating from a higher intellectual capacity than before. Right. So this is the result when I look at the atmosphere. The atmosphere is in layers. And the penetration of each layer from the solar rays puts off a different luminescence.
Different color.
Right. And when it get to the ozone layer, this is the double oxygen blue molecule, right? The 44 blue, by the way, blue pill.
Yes, sir.
Crooked Man walking Angel Bay, which mean that these not only are these lighting up the atmospheric layers, it also has the propensity for massive, what we call lightning storms.
Yeah. That's taking place in Ohio right now.
That's what we call crooked man walking across the land.
Yes.
The shocker.
Yes.
Walking lightning. That's the symbol for walking lightning, or what we call tribally called lightning storms.
Yes.
When the tribes call the lightning storms, they don't behave the same way as when the earth called for them.
Right.
Yeah, when I first come out with information, sometimes it sounds far fetched and unbelievable because we don't remember our culture.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We are manifest spirits of the earth in human form, guardians of the realm of the earth. But we have to use the spiritual tools in the physical realm, they arts and entertainment, not religion.
Mm.
The artist is more spiritual than the people following the religion to the letter. The people following the religion is more religious, but the people that's spilling out the truth of their heart, they speaking from the heart chakra.
Mm.
They speaking from what's called the true place.
Right.
These brothers doing these walks is ancient. It's not modern.
Mm-hmm.
Crip walking or C walking and D walking are mirrors of the same energy harnessed from the red house and the blue house, the motherland and the fatherland.
Mm-hmm.
We use those. So when you see the sisters be rump shaking, that's called the sway of the matriarch. They calling for earthquakes. And these earthquakes will shake the ground because the matriarchs with the right frequency shaking their rump is telling the earth to shake. And the earth responds with an earthquake somewhere. I remember the uterus is a musical instrument.
Woo.
And the musical instrument is insulated by the glue.
Yeah.
Groups.
Right? So imagine your kick drum. You ever see a kick drum and it got sandbags in it and towels and stuff?
Yeah.
Because it gives you a sharper bass. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the musical instrument of the uterus, it sends out a song directly to source when the women are dancing. Different dances play the instrument in a different fashion.
Damn.
Example, in classical music, you playing the violin.
Yeah.
But in country music, you fiddling the fiddle.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same instrument,
Mm-hmm.
but it's used in two different manners with two different playing styles.
Mm-hmm.
Purple haze all in my eye. Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
Oh man.
New Orleans, don't let me get you.
Yeah. So this is the same musical knowledge that the old blues players, when they played their instrument, each one of them is mimicking how they perceive the sound of the women around him uterus, but he don't know where it's coming from.
Right.
But he hear the sound. So he play it on his instrument.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can put words to it. Right? When he did that woman wrong, don't he always sing the blues? Right? And then he talk about how bad his life been since she been gone.
Facts.
Right? Ain't no sunshine in the heart of the city. Right? Ain't no sunshine when she gone. He got the musical backdrop from the frequency of her dances as he translated it into music to play for the people. But he don't know where he hearing this music play at. And it all rides the wave of mitochondrial resonance. Because mitochondrial resonance is the carrier of the love frequency, which is the root to all music. Okay, look, this is me and Blue Pill coming back together. Was it 2 years later?
2 years
About
later,
two,
yes.
yeah.
Remember 2 years ago, it was a concert, a Free Larry Hoover concert
That's
in
right.
LA.
Right.
Indeed, it
It
was.
was, who was in it?
It was Ye and Drake.
Yeah.
Right. Now, at the time that was going on, it was a chapter or a book in Revelation was playing out in the stars,
Yes.
where it said that the woman was heavy pregnant with child, and she was
Virgo.
in labor, and the dragon
Right.
was waiting to consume the child at its birth.
At his birth. Yes.
Okay, that's what the star alignment was when they did that concert.
Indeed.
Now, in the Gemini constellation, Virgo constellations are preeminent at this time because while the dragon is waiting to consume the Gemini, the twin pillars
Yes.
is what she's holding on to. Right? They have art from Christian artists rendition of the painting showing the dragon waiting to devour the child, and the woman is standing there, she's holding on to the pillars, and she's pregnant. And the reason why they're showing that, because they're showing us an artist rendition of a stellar event, right? So now they wrote about it, they painted it, and it played out in the stars. Now, there's something called a turnaround. When the energy come back that's been put out. What's Kanye's zodiac sign?
It's Gemini.
What's Kendrick's zodiac sign?
Gemini.
So Drake now trapped between the two pillars,
The two pillars. Yes.
which is the Gemini flip. Of the beginning flips the end as they slay the dragon.
As they slay the dragon. Right.
This comes from the hero's journey. If you go back to all of the great heroes, they all had to save the lady from the dragon.
Yes. The damsel from the dragon.
Right? The hero's journey is the blueprint for the pretender to the throne to have a seamless transition of power. As one age closes, the new age open, the people that's responsible for it, they watching these stellar events, and they watching what the people wrote about these stellar events, and then they watching how is it playing out in the human arena, because we playing the parts on Earth in our day-to-day life, never knowing that we all imitate one of them stars in the sky.
That part.
So when we see the codes come in, they binary codes, it look like the streamer in the Matrix. But that's not how the ancients told us about it. The ancients showed us long arms reaching from the solar orb with hands on the end,
Right.
touching on the family.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right? It's the same thing. It's the data, the upgrades is telling you the holy drama. What we about to go through is already something that the ancients have mapped out by following the stars for a prolonged period of time.
Yes.
Cycles repeat. Some cycles take longer than others to repeat due to the amount of distance between the 2 points in which the energy returns. So this gives you a varying turnaround time. Some women have instant manifestation where they could be sitting there and they clasp their hand over their uterus and say, I sure need $50 to feed these babies. And then 2-3 hours later, somebody knocking on the door with a $50 check that they where she overpaid some 5 years ago. And she ain't had no knowledge of it. Did it really happen, or did her manifestation cause a Mandela effect? You see, so
Look,
when you
go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. When you put it all together, it's explaining itself as it's playing out. We watching it, trying to figure out what it's telling us. The inheritance comes from the motherland of the wealth of the family.
Yes.
So the mother disseminates the wealth to the children. If you want to undermine that, supplant that, Yakub that, right? You replace the motherland with the patriarchs, and you have to create a fictitious system, which is an elaborate illusion, a David Copperfield trick to make everybody believe that the mother is irrelevant. So you erase her out of your religions and you push a homosexual agenda in order to feminize the males so they don't stand up and fight for their mama. Look, I was just having a conversation earlier on Facebook with a guy, and I was telling him, harp is turned off.
Mm-hmm.
If you pay attention to the Schumann resonance and the solar activity, and then you can see what's causing the weather pattern to be freaky. Because the Schumann resonance is freaky as hell right now, and the solar flares and the solar flashes and the solar storms is freaky right now. So the weather on the physical earth is going to be freaky.
Mm-hmm.
This is the so-called prophecy of floods and earthquake in diverse places.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? And Garvey said he coming back with the millions and millions of ancestors in the whirlwind. What's the whirlwind? That's the cyclone, that's the tornado, that's the hurricanes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's even the little dirt devils in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But it's also the whirlpools in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the ancestors, he's explaining us an old ancient science of when the ancestors start to activate the descendants to wake up and redeem the ancestors. They use weather patterns as signs for us, as wonders for us to read. Right? And then we start comparing like what we're seeing on the ground with what the weather doing, and we start seeing a whole story play out on the ground influenced by the weather.
Indeed. Damn.
People don't sunbathe on cloudy days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? You don't go to the beach in a rainstorm. So the people responding to the weather in like can is causing energy to be moved in a certain way. Look, before TV, before radio, we had something called an almanac. The farmer's almanac, every farmer had one. And they knew when to plant their crops by the almanac, what the weather was going to be during the planting season, how many days. All this was already plotted in the almanac before there was a weather channel to look at. And when we have the luxury of comparing the almanac's predictions in the past with the actual events in the past that they was predicting, because we beyond those things. So when you look back, you find out the almanac is like 97% accurate. The weather channel is like 80% to 85% accurate. Right? So maybe the weather channel needs to go read the almanac.
Indeed. Wow.
Well, let's do this. You ever see them where they put the goggles on with the colors flashing and then they play a tone in your ear?
Yeah. What that got a name, don't it?
Yeah, I just can't remember it right now.
Shit, but yeah.
Anyway, they put them in there normally to balance the hemispheres of the brain.
Right.
Right. And they're using the light show and the sound show at the same time to play on more than one sense to make it permeate deeper. When you're looking at different color lights, they got different effects on you. Different colors have different effects. They call it color psychology. So when you're looking at those northern lights, not only can you read the energy frequency by the color, it also does something to you by the color as well. Remember in 1999, the sky was all purple. There was people running everywhere. What they talking about? And when you look out there now, the sky is all purple and people running around talking about, you see that? Right. Maybe the song was an exaggeration of a lesser event.
Word, right?
You know?
You talk about
Because
a kaleidoscope? Is that the name of it? Kaleidoscope?
no, that's that little thing that you
Okay.
get when you're little and it got all of the funny shapes that come.
Right.
But those are also formed with color.
Right.
Right. So when we looking at different colors, remember the optic nerve ain't just reading the image.
Mm-hmm.
It's reading the color.
Mm-hmm.
It's reading the distance, and it's also reading the entropy of the color as it returns to the optic nerve. By distance, he know how much of the color in order to adjust it to match the background color.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's why you can have two different greens on top of each other, and you can clearly see them.
Mm-hmm.
They not the same, but they both green.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So it's like with the human. Before we was iron based, our melanin made us shades of blue and green.
Right. Right.
Gilbert Blair used to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What made us iron based again? I think I talked to you about this on the phone one time. What made us iron based?
Well, it was from altering the DNA.
This is they got him, bro. They got young Dolph, bro, and they working on setting up Soldier Boy if he ain't paying attention. They making him go out there and play a fool. They got him, bro. They got him. That's what he telling me. I'm quoting it for y'all as it's coming in. This is what he telling me. And um, he's saying that the Empire Records founder, owner, guy, an Arab dude, right? They say he the one behind this shit. They say he the one starting all of this shit in Memphis, right? They say that he was trying to get an artist that he can launch. He had 5 shots, 5 opportunities to get dead celebrity status money off of a blood right. Look for the photo. This is what he telling me. He flipping him down the 5 off the right behind Young Dolph back. That's his 5th shot. He's coming to get the dead celebrity status money. Flex telling me this. XX Tentacion or whatever the fuck his name is. I didn't listen to his music, but this is who I'm channeling right now with this information. He said he trying to turn Memphis into a war zone. So when the smoke clear, he gonna end up with all of the masters of the local artists, and they gonna be dead, and he's gonna get that dead celebrity status money. He's saying, bro, he ain't no good, bro. You gotta tell the people he ain't no good. He act like he they friend. He not they friend. He can't be trusted. This is what Triple X is telling me to tell y'all about Young Dolph. He said it. He had Dolph follow for weeks. He said he was having Dolph follow for weeks. He say it looked like this was some spur of the moment. He say, but he been decided to flip Young Dolph as the sacrifice on the blood right to get dead celebrity status money. He say that's what the whole thing was about, right? Insurance, because he got insurance policies on every artist on his on Empire Record. Empire Records. Now this is the Empire Strike Back, motherfucker. Triple X said you behind this shit. I don't know you. I don't know Triple X. I don't even know Young Dolph. But the young brother is telling me. Tell him, bro. Tell him. Let him know he set it up. He arranging all of these murders. His artists, he's killing them. He's sacrificing them. He's trying to get launched into another economic bracket. He got wagers in the background. That's what he's telling me. He got wagers in the background that he strike it rich, getting dead celebrity status money, and then he can go back home with his money. This is his wagers with oil tycoons and billionaires. This is what Triple X is telling me. I don't know if any of this shit is true. I don't know these motherfuckers. But this is the message. And so I'm just giving y'all the message. He said that when I was looking at the pictures and reading the signs, he said, ask Jim Jones. He said, ask Jim Jones. Jim Jones was trying to protect him. Triple X. I don't even know if they had a relationship or if they knew each other. He said, but Jim Jones told him early on not to fuck with Empire. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know Jim Jones. I know the signs I've seen, and I'm reading the signs. And the signs is pretty much confirming what the message is. So, these artists better pay attention. Don't feed into this industry bullshit. They selling y'all out. They selling y'all for backdoor deals. This what Tupac was trying to expose. The same shit. My man just said, I know what you're talking about. X told me he'd be watching from the other side and would give messages when it was needed to those who could get it out. So I know this is accurate. I can't tell you if it's accurate. I could just tell you the message. But the brother, is something in there that he understands. Because apparently, do you know Triple X? If you can answer that one for me. So he's telling me that the guy got in some trouble when he borrowed some money early on to get his setup going. He borrowed some money from an Islamic mafia type group. And if he didn't produce a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time, then he would be the wager, the payment, his head rolling, literally like guillotine action. Big axe on log action. That's that. So he had to make the moves. So he got away with it once. He got away with it twice. He got away with it 3 times. He got away with it 4 times. Not number 5. See, the thing about it is when they play these games, they don't understand the nature of guerrilla warfare in truth. But we already know the strategies of the crescent moon. Both in front of the camera and behind the camera. Right? So there's no possible way these rotten motherfuckers gonna come over here and keep shedding blood of ours on our land, and we not gonna strike back. So from what the channel message is, this little kid keep calling me bro. I don't know him, but he keeps saying, bro, you got him. Bro, it's him. He behind it. Bro, he the unseen hand. Young Dolph told you that he's the hand behind his back. He's the unseen hand doing the dirt in Memphis. He's in the sign, bro. I seen the picture. I know what he's talking about. But I don't know nothing about none of these people. So, that's the channel message. Take it for what it's worth. I can just tell y'all what I'm getting. I know Rashad Jamal did a video on it yesterday. and he went into some shit about Empire Records, but I didn't get to watch it all. I think I need to go back and watch it now, because the little brother keep telling me you got him. So he want me to explain why Young Dolph did the pyramid with the eye in the red. That is a message. My third eye see the blood. He know he's gonna die, right? But he don't know how it's gonna happen or what's gonna be the cause. So he got blood in his eye. This is a gorilla knock off of a Mississippian through the Chicago chapter on the crossroad flip. Blood in my eye, George Jackson, the Soledad brother. Whenever you see a soldier displaying the red in his third eye, and you know he a soldier and he a stand-up dude, he's telling you, they coming for me. So follow what they finna do to me, and you're gonna see who the dirty hand is. This is what that mean, right? Blood in my eye, right? It's a message from George Jackson's mother. When they asked her about his assassination in San Quentin, and she looked at him and she said, "It's blood in my eye." And blood in my eye is a red eye, and the red eye is a buckeye, and the buckeye is a bullseye on the direct flip. This shit ain't made up. These motherfuckers is doing that. They coming over here sacrificing us on our shit, and we falling for it. If we don't participate, it don't work. So it is what it is. This is the message that he gave me. The young brother keep calling me bro, and he getting on my nerves. He's laughing now. He's saying, "You told him, bro. You told him. It's out there now. He can't run no more. They gonna catch him." He excited, jumping up and 6. You got him, bro. You got him. He the one. He the dirty hand. He say he always flipping the signs where he at in his progress. Right? So as he's flipping out these artists to get killed so he can collect on their dead celebrity status, well, this is what you call mirror back to you, motherfucker. Your ass caught. Let the rubber band snap you where the alligator should have clapped you. Right across your ass. Got them young boys down there killing each other for that payday that you're not going to never be able to give them.